Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. When we last left our heroes in training, they had an eventful evening at the Tenant Estate. While on summer vacation in the Tenant household, they were able to attend a banquet hosted by the Tenants, and were able to have some brief introductions with members of the ruling council of Port Seether, among which is Caspian's father Hugo. Some guests of these members drew the attention of the party, including a minotaur named Polemos that Elle's father, Dio, had a bit of a history with, and Cersei, who seemed to recognize Crow. As the night went on, quite a lot happened, ending with a magical blackout that the party returned to Graves' room in order to discuss. And as Elle attempted to reach out to Aerie telepathically, for the first time, she refused, using her ring of mind shielding to prevent his message.
Now he's grumpy.
With Elle having excused himself.
Grumpy.
That is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back. So, you're still in the room.
Aerie's still in the room with Grave.
Caspian
still
is
looking
returning to the
skinny.
banquet.
Yes. He needs to, keep face.
Yep.
Elle cut his hair. It's a real
did.
dog.
Yep.
That's alright.
Have fun! You have to redo every piece of art
didn't
with Elle's
mention
long
it.
hair.
Oh, we're gonna need to update his
Yep.
character icon.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know. I thought about this. Do I need to update the entire main poster?
No.
Well,
I'd have to cut off.
We
your
can
right.
have like a
do
new
that.
one
For season two. For season two.
Exactly.
we'll have to
That's
come
what
up
I'll
with a design for the leg though. So
So who wants to start?
not me.
Elle's hair did look nice.
Yes.
Inside check. Natural 20.
She thinks it looked nice. She's just kind of in a
She's in a different headspace.
yeah.
Is it more of
Just
a passive comment?
We're marking on how you said that Elle's haircut. Elle got a haircut. Aerie's just like, yes, he did.
Okay. Just kind of looks back to Sebi. He has been her entertainment for the entire night, so she's kind of waiting to see what he'll do next.
Not much, apparently.
You've had enough. When was the last time you pooped? Go.
On Graves.
Increase.
Sebastian's much more well trained than that.
He is.
He'd use the toilet.
He would.
He'd just perch himself up on the
It
seat.
is a possible thing you can teach.
However, it still isn't necessarily sanitary 100% of the time. It can be messy, and for y'all wanting nice, clean bathrooms with the budget that you have,
That's
I don't
what we
think
have maids for.
get him.
I feel like the toilets have like
You
an
have so
auto
much lawn
precipitation.
space.
Actually,
Yeah.
knowing Cass's dad, that is 100% plausible.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a
he
spray
probably-
prestidigitation, you just spray it on the surface and it's clean.
It's like poopery, but it's precipitation.
Yep.
Exactly.
But legitimately, he probably has like a couple spots to go throughout the house. It is a
You could,
large
Ryan.
house after all.
It's this funny.
Okay, now that we have
yet.
thoroughly investigated the types and setup of bathroom at the tenant estate,
It's
Specifically
an interesting
for,
thing to talk about in a fantasy
canines.
setting, because we don't have the typical modern, stuff that we're comfortable with. So it's like, how does it work?
in the real world, how bathrooms work is considered magic to most people. Let's be real.
You know,
But magic is expensive.
Anyway,
Elle has gone to the garden. He's just hanging out.
Sevi does just kind of leave the room.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think he'll know at this point that Crow's the one following him this time. Bored and looking for passive entertainment.
Good to know. Which leaves Grave and Airy.
I should get back to the banquet.
No, that's why. Sorry, 1 second.
That's more appropriate.
It was on that song, but I didn't put it on loop. You should try, to be honest.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Airy,
Yes.
it's okay. Take a breath. And that's a second breath.
I'm sorry. It is wrong to lie.
Not always. It's not about whether or not lying is inherently wrong. They trust you. I trust you. And I think all of us would appreciate if that trust was returned. But only if it is freely given. So long as it does not put the students in danger, I have no intention of ever requiring you to talk about whatever arrangement you have, or whatever goals you have set. But should you choose to share, you always know where to find me.
Is her neck still hurting? Thank you. I should find Elle.
I think that would be wise.
How did you come to be a teacher at Mize Academy?
You're familiar with, obviously, Caspian and Elle's friend.
Yes, I mean more in the sense of who recruited you.
I applied. Well, I've always wanted to help, however I can. Whether it's healing those that need it, or treating illnesses that resist conventional means. And then I found myself caring for a young woman that could use some purpose. And I found I had had quite a liking for such things.
So you bear no inherent loyalty to the headmaster?
I most certainly do not.
The only lead I have so far on possible ways to circumvent the magical blackouts is that the headmaster is immune to them. Don't know why or how.
Noah!
Did you hear this very important information?
Sorry, I'm trying to do research so I can have better audio.
You should say that line again.
I will.
I just wanted to startle him a little bit.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I could have been really rude and
That would have been annoying. I would hate you.
I see. Take your one.
I wish it was more.
So, I find it interesting that a organization comprised largely of non-magical users is taking such a vested interest.
Depends on who you ask. The, one of the people who raised me is a wizard.
Oh, I'm familiar that there are certainly some, but by and large it seems to be.
It's a vested interest in Arklands as a whole.
Fair. Magic is certainly a large part of all our lives.
Yes. I do trust you. I don't know how much I'm able to share. And I would appreciate if you did not share that information with anyone else, especially the rest of the team.
It is not mine to say. That being said, well, I certainly appreciate your trust. I think they have earned it even more than I have.
It is difficult.
If we didn't do things that were difficult, we would not be living life very much.
That is one perspective. should really go find Elle.
You should.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jinx, give me a soda.
Do we have soda in this world?
It's a soda.
Oh, this right here.
It's a seltzer.
It's pop.
Seltzer?
What?
Barely
What?
even know.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and Ari turns and goes to find Elle.
Meanwhile, you
Meanwhile.
are following Sebastian, and he is kind of just trotting down the hall, his tail wagging and the tie just,
Yeah.
and you're just following him.
At this point, yeah. The party's boring. The most entertainment has been feeding him, but she's full. He's probably full or should not be eating anymore. So she's
Then you find yourself in the garden as Elle is sitting on a bench.
Just looking at the sky.
Sevi goes to the corner that he's supposed to and starts doing his business. Out of sight from you. It's like behind a row of bushes.
Elle has no idea at all.
But as Sevi just disappears into the bushes to do his business,
Crow perceives what he's going to do and just kind of stands.
he was instructed.
Yeah.
He was told what to do. So he's going to go do it.
He's a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
That dog is lawful good. 80% of the time.
He'll do a little chaotic if it's for the greater good.
He's chaotic neutral on occasion.
When it comes to food and toys.
But in the meantime,
Crow's
you do
standing nearby to Elle, kind of. This is usually an airy place to sit.
Did you say that out loud? Ah! Hi! Oh. Hi, Crow.
Where are
didn't
you
know-
at?
I'm at a natural 1 on perception.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you startled him.
Uh-huh.
He is kind of his hand is on the knee
Knee of his
where there is no more leg other than the hard light, because that kind of freaked him out a little bit, because that whole emotional thing of getting the leg back and then all of a sudden just like that it's gone, and now finding out that magic is potentially going away. Insight check real quick, please.
That is a 2 on the die, so that's a total of 2.
Got it. Elle is sitting there.
Sitting there.
that's accurate for you.
Yeah.
However, given that he has his brand new leg and it hasn't been spoken of much, that does become Crow's topic of conversation.
Well, the leg, there was something else, but Crow does not
But
pick
Crow
up
does
on
not
it.
know it.
No.
So she's talking
I will
about
go
Crow's-
back. You guys continue.
What? Crow is very much focused on the leg and thinks that that's all Elle is thinking about. But,
how's it working out for you?
I mean, I can move without having to stumble, which is nice.
Yeah.
I haven't used the thing that it can do yet, but I think that might come in. Huh?
Like the thing with
The light.
the shoe.
No, it can.
I mean, what purpose so far?
Nothing
I'm
has
sure
come
we'll
up.
use it on a mission.
No. Nothing has come up. I've not needed to. Although, when the room went dark, it crossed my mind to try and use the leg, and then the leg was gone again, and that was worrisome. But I'm trying to take in what just happened, mostly.
Yeah. Feels a little out of our depth.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Magic leaving the world is not anything I signed up for.
I wouldn't say magic leaving the world, more that they're gaps of some kind in the weave, and we hit one of those blind spots.
Well, what is the logical end point of that other than magic being gone?
Worst case scenario. I've thought about it. We don't know though. Could just be spots. Or someone caused them. Someone damaged the weave.
True. Magic is kind of my thing. You know, it's how I can help people. It's how I am able to ensure the safety of people. It's what I'm trying to learn how to infuse into the things that I make. And it's how I plan to find Rose. And it's how I currently protect Eddie. If that goes
We
away...
assumed Rose was dead. Didn't we assume Rose might be dead?
They assumed it. I don't believe them. I think the school is hiding what they truly think. I think they know that she is alive and they are currently looking for her and not telling anyone. Because it would be very bad press for the school itself.
I think it'd be better if they had actually say she's alive and that they're looking for her.
I agree, but they didn't do that. So,
Or are we to judge? They can do whatever the hell they want.
well, you do have to kind of choose to do what's right sometimes.
You have the option.
Are you saying you choose to not do what's right?
I'm not saying that. I just don't trust the school.
I mean, neither do I.
They can call themselves a hero all they want. Anyone can. At the end of the day, doesn't mean they are.
Crow, how do you define a hero?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
What is a hero to you?
Do you like quizzing me, or you're just
I just-
curious?
I just want to know.
I mean, varies for every situation, but
Bless you.
at least growing up, I saw a hero to be someone who would help those who can't help themselves. Someone who sees people in need regardless of who they are or where they are in the world and does something about it. So at least that's what I used to think.
So what do you think now? You
Still
think-
figuring that out. I'm taking a look around, I guess. And you, what do you think is hero?
A hero is someone who sacrifices themselves for the good of others. It's a broad definition, but it can apply in most situations to someone who seeks to do something for another. Maybe that's my dad talking in the back of my head with his hammer, but I have not come across any evidence to prove otherwise. So, I don't think the school is, well, I haven't been there long enough to really say this, but I don't know if the school is making that their primary objective.
Seems their primary objective is training people who want to be heroes for the most part, but they're not in control of that. They can't ultimately control what the students do.
It's why I have some reservations, but I don't know. Maybe the whole situation is just shocked me. First, Dio, then Eddie, and now this blackout in Eddie again. So,
What about Ari?
um,
She knew about the blackout.
I tried to communicate with her and she blocked me. She's never done that before.
Okay, well, maybe a girl needs personal space.
I've given plenty of space, trust me. There's a lot of space that I wish wasn't there, but
No, Crow doesn't need an insight check.
you don't need to. So, in that moment, I gave her that space, and I'm out here, and I'm thinking, and that's difficult and generally bad for me, but
Thinking?
yes.
Yeah, I could agree.
Oh, it's hard for you too. See, this is how you deal with Crow. Just be stupid.
Cass can handle that.
Yeah, again.
So why are you out here?
Dog.
Dog.
Who at this point has returned and is sitting.
Oh, hi, Seb. Did he just walk out here? Did you take him out here?
Bathroom.
You had to go to the bathroom out here?
The dog, dumbass.
Oh. Oh, that makes more sense.
You've never had a pet.
I had this squirrel once show up.
A squirrel?
Yeah,
Squirrel?
squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel?
I don't know how to say that with a Greek accent. I don't even think they have squirrels over in Greece.
I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
They're helpful for the growth of trees.
There you go.
I had a lizard at one point. I tried to have a
That fits.
scorpion as a pet. It stung my friend though, so not doing that again. But when you do get two scorpions, you make a little sand pit for them, like sticks and things, keep them in, have them fight. That's a good time. That's always just good entertainment.
Animal cruelty endorsed by Crow.
It's a pit fight. Whatever.
All right, we have just made enemies of PETA. I am okay with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. That sounds horrible, but
I mean, if they want to fight, they're very territorial.
so okay.
Listen, we duel all the time, right?
No, I prefer not to duel, but
Okay, well, you're special.
thank you.
I'm gonna walk the dog. And she walks towards Sebi. Don't stare off into space too much, okay? It's kind of freaking me out. Like, talk some more. And she kind of starts walking away.
I don't think he responds to that.
Yeah, I think at that point, Ari walks in. Oh,
Yep.
hello.
Hey, your boyfriend's waiting for you. And she keeps walking.
He's not my boyfriend.
Uh-huh. She turns the
I
corner.
don't think y'all heard that.
So he happily follows you out.
Nice. How dare you?
Wingman.
Ari goes and just kind of quietly walks up next to Elle. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Lying.
Oh. Okay, I forgive you.
You don't have to.
No. But I did.
Would you like to make an insight check, Ari?
Yes, I would. Oh, yeah, I have advantage. 9.
Elle forgave you without looking at you.
For lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was 100%. Actually. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He forgave you for lying.
There are.
The moon's rather pretty tonight, don't you think?
It is.
I forgot it was nighttime.
It's always pretty.
I was picturing noon. Sun's up. It's not. It's nighttime.
Wait, what time of day is it?
Yeah, it's like it's
9.
Yeah,
Okay.
evening.
Yeah.
Don't freak me out like that.
It's like 10 or 11 at this point.
That's what I thought.
Listen, I'm not usually awake during this. I don't
like,
know
what the
these
heck?
things anymore.
Look, I have a hard enough time keeping real time. Don't get me mixed up with the fantasy time here. Jeez. Sorry, emotional moment. Continue.
It's fine. There are a lot of things about me that I can't tell you. And I don't think you'd want to know them anyway.
What makes you think that?
Well, for one, you're a pacifist. So,
That means I don't like violence. It doesn't mean that I will not employ it when necessary.
how do you define when it's necessary?
When someone's life is threatened. The purpose of violence is to use it to protect. And I will go to my grave defending that perspective.
No, you just left his room.
Yeah.
No,
My
he's-
grave, not her grave.
He's my grave. Leave him alone.
So, if the need to protect someone requires violence, I don't like it. I don't want to use it. But you've seen that I will.
I guess that's true. Oh. I'm sorry for blocking you out earlier.
Now he turns to her.
I was afraid.
Of what?
Thalion was here earlier.
I know. At least I figured. You came in from the balcony, rubbing your neck. Who else would it be? Definitely wasn't Cass.
Yes, he was with you and Dio.
Yep. And unless Crow's running away again, I don't think she'd be out on the balcony.
Girl can get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just very nervous.
I know. And Eddie, I'm sorry for pushing you.
You weren't pushing me. There was just a lot going on in my head, and you didn't need to hear all of that.
I don't need to do a lot of things. But when it comes to you, I want to do some things. If you need to get all of those things in your mind straightened out, I'm happy to listen.
I appreciate that, but I don't think you'd like me very much anymore.
You keep saying that I wouldn't like you. Again, why do you think that?
What do you mean?
Like I said when I headbutted Crow, the past is... It is a lot. And you can either use it to run away or to learn and continue and do what is right. I will not hold anyone's past against them.
I need you to make an insight check.
That is a 17.
Areas still withholding information or withholding saying something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Eddie, we've been friends a long time.
We've known each other a long time, yes. It's difficult for me to have friends. It's not safe for me to have friends.
I consider you mine. And there's nothing you can do to change that.
I appreciate you saying that.
And if you don't want to tell me something right now, you do not have to. That is why I apologized for pressing.
I just don't want you to get hurt.
Well, I've already died once.
I don't want you to get hurt more.
It was a very interesting experience. Also, you don't get to decide whether or not I get hurt for you. That's mine.
I get to decide it when it's related to things about me. If I choose to share information with you, knowing that you will be hurt because of it, that is my choice.
Mm-hmm. Then you don't need to.
Keep desiring to protect me, and sometimes I might withhold information to protect you. And watching you die was very difficult.
I know, I'm sorry. I will not taunt death anymore. That was stupid.
It was. Would you like to go back to the banquet?
Do you want to?
I'm not sure. I feel like I should.
Why don't we just sit here for a little bit longer? And you don't have to say anything. And Elle will kind of reach over and grab her hand a little bit and squeeze, and then let go, and then go back to sitting just there.
I think after a few minutes, you asked me once if I miss the Concord. And sometimes I wonder if I actually miss it, or if it's just I'm obligated to miss it. Because I have to go back. I will go back eventually. Once I'm done at the school, I'll go back. I've known nothing else really. So, even if I didn't miss it, I'd still go back.
Is that what you want?
It's what I have to do.
That's not what I asked. And you don't have to answer this question now. But just think about it. Is that what you want?
What do you mean by want? Is that what will make me happiest? Is that what will keep myself and others safest? Is that what will bring about the least amount of suffering? There's a lot of things that I can want. Going back to the Concord will fulfill a lot of them. But it's...
Okay. Then do you think it's right?
That is also a loaded question.
It is. They're very loaded questions. They're difficult. And they're hard to answer. Which is why you don't have to right now. Just think. And then you can weigh the good and bad of all the decisions made from answering those questions. Because I didn't want to lose my leg, but I did. And now I have something that's pretty cool that my dad and I made together. Is this what I wanted? No.
It's also something you couldn't necessarily have seen coming.
Exactly. We cannot see the future, he says to the girl who had foresight.
Yeah.
All we can do is make the most of now.
That's a reasonable perspective. You're very kind, Elle.
I try to be. Thank you. I know a lot of people who are not kind, and it never seemed like the right thing to do, to not be kind. So, do you want to go back?
I haven't really eaten much, but I'm not sure if I'm hungry.
Let's
Could
go get.
for a glass of wine, though.
Okay, let's go get something small and put it in your belly and see if that changes. Because once you have a little something in your belly, it tends to desire a lot more. At least that's how I am.
No duh.
And he will help her up if she takes the hand.
Yep, she does.
Cool.
And she, I assume you kind of hold your arm out to...
Just like before.
Yep, and she
Escort her back.
has a pretty firm grip on your arm.
Okay.
Bond reconnected.
Elle is unable to hide the smile on his face, walking back in.
Dumb, stupid grin.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say?
Fantastic.
Friendship levels are rising.
Let's go.
Just the Sims.
Progression. Let's go. I'm rooting for you, Elle.
Caspian.
Cass is just gonna kind of return to the banquet and just do the very, hostly going around to different people, making quick small talk, saying hi, just
Dio,
kind of trying to.
Is everything okay?
Yes, it was just a temporary blackout. Everything's fine. Are you enjoying yourself?
He kind of looks across the room. Mostly, yes.
As much as you can, I'm sure. Please help yourself to more hors d'oeuvres and.
Oh, I have been.
I see where Elle gets it then.
Yes.
You know, on our first mission, he sat down and ate an entire platter of meat in maybe about 5 minutes. It was an incredible thing to see,
Took
but
him that
also
long?
horrifying.
I treat it
How
better.
long does it take you?
It depends on the size, but
Well, I'm just thinking like a standard. I mean, there was like a what was on there? I think it was like a lamb chop, and there was like a small. I think it was a quail. What else was on there? A few ribs.
yeah. Maybe 15 bites.
The fact that you have it down to a science is both horrifying and intriguing.
I show you trick, and there's there's like a thing of ribs on the one of the food tables, and he kind of just takes one, and he's a minotaur. He's got a snout.
Did he just put the whole thing in just...
Yep, that is exactly what he does, and he just goes, and it is not even a drop of sauce, nothing left on it.
That is incredibly efficient. I prefer to savor my food.
Oh, I am enjoying it.
As long as you enjoy it, then that's fine.
Awesome.
You spend another few minutes mingling. I think it's, most of the ruling council members do know you at least tangentially. So there's like some small talk. You find yourself with Astrius, or is it Astrius or Asterius?
Asterius.
Asterius? Okay. Don't remember the name of my own character.
Why
That's fine.
So mysterious.
Let me just pull up the document real quick.
I had to kind of like remember who is on this ruling council, and I made them. So
Asterius, thank you.
did make them like 2 years ago, though. So
When you're making the small talk with Asterius, Cersei is also there, and kind of just. So, were all your questions answered? Notice that Crow did most of the talking.
as I said before, I think I ended up with more questions than less.
Well, while you may have new questions, I'm more curious if the ones you did have were answered.
Enough of them. I don't think you have the information for the others, but even
I'm
if,
very curious to know.
as I said before, I can't say anything.
Well, technically speaking, you can't actually seek answers. If you just ask the question with the knowledge that I will not give an answer, there's nothing wrong with that.
You are encouraging me to push my boundaries.
I am curious as to what you were curious about. Sharing with me what questions they are is not looking for information. It is answering my question.
With all due respect, ma'am, I'm on her bad side enough as it is. I
To
think
be fair,
this...
I think that that's rather the standard.
You're not wrong.
And I do think, all things being considered, she would rather you just ask me, as opposed to me finding her and starting another conversation and to ensure that she is present.
I can't win. You are
against a woman in an enchanted dress. You are not winning.
You are incredibly conniving.
Why, thank you.
I, out of respect for Crow, will refrain from pursuing the matter anymore. There is one thing that I would like to ask of you.
Go right ahead.
If O'Brien, now that he knows that you are someone that he can find some safety in, if he were to return to you, would you point him in the direction of my family?
For what purpose?
Crow is going to pursue him one way or another. The question, I think, is more of a matter of when, and how capable she is at the time. But if he completes his journey and finds the answers that he's seeking, my family has a lot of influence, they have a lot of resources, and they can most certainly keep him safe if he is on the run, which it sounds like he is.
Well, he and the others are not eager to revisit what happened.
I can't imagine they are. I've heard bits and pieces, and
Yes, indeed.
I want to help. I really do.
But Crow
Is
does not like being helped, does she?
no. It's a very tough topic for her.
I can
And
imagine.
it is my instinct to give a helping hand where I can, when I can. But she does not want to open up the old wounds.
If Orion shows up on my doorstep, and I hope he does. But if such a thing is to happen, I will inform him that there may be resources to be found by contacting the Tennant family.
Yes. And you can give him my name if he needs to use it as a
Understood.
reference for ensuring that someone indeed has given him permission to be here. And if he does show up, I understand that he means a great deal to Crow. Try and give him a nudge to, maybe, not leave her completely in the dark.
I don't know how much you know of what happened.
I know that the whole clan was destroyed. Toxic gas.
It wasn't an accident.
No, it sounded like it was a calculated assault.
Indeed. The reason Orion is on his little journey is so that he can see Crow again.
Alright, now here's a question you can answer, because I just really need the answer. Why can't he see Crow? What's preventing him from contacting her?
Combination of things, but at the heart of it, I believe fear.
Fear of what?
Orion, to a certain degree, believes himself responsible.
I imagine everyone in the camp would have.
Orion was a leader. and had a name for himself. If he was the target, he needs to remove the danger before he is comfortable being around anyone he cares that deeply for.
So he thinks that he specifically was a target.
Maybe not only him, but he did not have a shortage of enemies.
Judging by what I've heard of that they did, that does not surprise me in the slightest.
From what I understand, he had more enemies than the clan did.
More of the same type, the wealthy...
Among others, and finding out which one went to such lengths is paramount to him before he feels comfortable being around his ward again.
I really shouldn't be asking this. Who else was with him?
Don't know all the names, but it was a larger man, long flowing hair, a woman, very pretty woman, but a handful of others. Why do you ask?
I think Crow would probably take some solace in knowing if some of the others survived.
Fair. Well, I heard the names Hyena and Atlas.
Hyena and Atlas.
I'm just looking for a reaction.
Have you told any of this to Grave?
No. It's, we were discussing other things.
What kind of discussion were they having?
Probably about the dress and,
Would you like to make an insight check?
Sure, why not?
Where you'll be sleeping tonight.
That's an 11.
An 11? Ready? Draw your own conclusions.
No, we can't. The last time that happened, Cass suspected things that were wrong.
That's true.
To be fair,
It was not that type of sock.
Every player at the table was trying to convince Caspian, the character, that that was what was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't participate.
You would.
I would have.
If... I really don't know what to do with her. If Crow wished to discuss it more, could we come visit you? And
As I said, you are more than welcome to.
thank you.
I'll even send a ship if need be.
I appreciate that, but I think Graves is fast enough.
A fair point. Do need to have a discussion with the school about possibly getting one of those.
I'm surprised that Trust in the Wind hasn't made a fleet of those.
Well, they specialize in the ship building, not necessarily the,
Technology within it.
yes.
That's fair.
But, regardless, thank you for making this evening so very entertaining.
You're welcome. Thanks for, pushing my boundaries.
And a small spot of advice. Play the game. You described me as conniving, and I wear that as with a badge of honor. But when it comes to the things that your family has dealings in, doing things by the book all the time will limit your options.
I understand that, but with all due respect, ma'am, it's not the type of game I like to play.
Well, unfortunately, it's the world you live in regardless. And either you're playing the game or you're being played.
I will take that under advisement.
Have a good night.
You too.
Where's Grave?
Grave is in his room currently still.
He's still there.
Currently.
She's waiting.
For anyone?
You know.
Everyone but Crow can make a perception check.
Passive
You
of
already know
24.
Passive is fine. Yeah, I'll
16.
I just want to see if it's higher.
Would you
Yeah.
say perception?
Yeah, no, passive's higher.
13.
You got a 16?
Yep.
Two of you. Grave has a wedding ring.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he was
not know
probably
that.
not entertaining.
That idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if Cersei was absolutely trying to.
She looks like she'd go after anything that breathes. To be
Probably.
honest.
No. She has a type.
Tattoos.
Bad boy.
No.
I would not classify Grave
Honestly,
as a
the
bad
opposite.
boy. Yeah.
Good boys.
If let me put it this way: if Caspian were a decade older,
Understood.
if Callan was there,
She likes to see someone be like, ooh, I could break that.
it's not breaking them. It's
Ooh, I
not
could bend
break.
that.
It's
Anyway, let's move on.
Y'all are thinking too much.
You're saying too much.
But yes, Ari and Elle at this point, are you returning to the banquet?
Yeah.
I think just go and kind of mingle.
Yep.
And what about Crow?
She's following Sebby.
Sebby's following her.
Oh.
You
They're
left
They're
the
just
gar-
going around in
Yeah.
circles.
you left the
They're just
garden.
on a walk.
That's fair.
I think eventually she'll turn up at the banquet again.
Yep.
She starts to wonder where Graves at. Starts looking around for him.
I think Grave would have also returned to the banquet at that point.
I do think after an hour or two, Elle gets really tired and ends up retiring. Because it's been a night.
Yeah. I think the rest of the evening then goes by a few near misses of Polemos getting closer to Dio.
Elle just kind of pulls him. Hey, let's go look at this thing.
Exactly.
I don't care what it is. Let's go look at it.
Elle pulls Dio, Cass pulls Polemos, who's like, excuse me, sir.
I'll say, Ari, with your perceptiveness, you do see that Polemos and Limos have a rather intense discussion at one point. Not intense bad, but serious.
Can I read their lips?
No, because one, Limos is wearing a helmet.
Oh, okay.
Two, Polemos is specifically they go out onto one of the balconies to
Oh,
talk,
okay.
and he is specifically, maybe intentionally, not putting himself in a position to be observed. But it's very funny because you have the balcony with just two of them on it, and then Limos is two bodyguards, and then the 6 robotic sentries, all just like right next to the entrance. Or you get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the evening winds down. The guests begin to filter out. And is there anything that the rest of you do that evening?
I'm just gonna roll to see how many glasses of wine Ari has. 3.
Yeah. It's mostly like champagne,
Yeah.
and like half of it is just like non-alcoholic, like
Cider.
cider. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is alcohol, but yeah, none of it particularly strong, and not a lot of it.
Yeah. No need for a con save.
Yep. But yeah, the banquet comes to an end, and it's a bit of a sigh of relief from Hugo and Adira. Just thank you. I did notice that there were some
Potentially bad situations, yes.
that were avoided thanks to your intervention.
Oh, is El there? I thought he left already.
Probably,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then Hugo kind of nods in Dio's direction and just. You're very good in these situations.
I don't know if I would say very good or just very lucky, but...
There's a degree of luck in most of what we do.
Well, I have grown up around it, so it's not like it's unfamiliar.
Your sister also grew up around it.
She's also a completely different breed,
Indeed, she is.
so...
Even Callan is very good at what he does, but this side of things was never his forte.
That is one thing I will give him, is that he is a little bit more... He prefers more to hit things rather than to sit there and discuss.
Yes, and
I don't blame him for it. It is not exactly always the most pleasant thing, having to try and keep the peace.
no, a peacemaker he is not. Conviction he has an abundance of. Well, I believe it is time for me to retire, and
You do look ready to
yes,
get some rest. Banquets will do that to you. Zap
I-
all of your energy.
believe they do that to most. What day of the week is Aries' birthday?
Let me pull up my calendar.
Or rather, what date?
It is Vyax the 1st. It is the equivalent of Friday.
Yes, it is. Next Friday. Well, yeah, next Friday.
The equivalent of whatever Friday is.
Tolkien rules. They're in the universe. They're saying a different day, but for our sake, they're just saying.
Yep.
Friday.
I'll take it.
Yeah. That's Aries' birthday, correct?
Yes, I know it's soon.
Good. Well,
You'd have to...
We'll do the beach trip
Ah,
on that day.
that would be good. I hope the weather will be good then.
Yes. Deer and I have a gift in mind.
Oh. May I know what it is, or should I have it revealed the same time it's revealed for everyone else?
I can show you, and he will show it to you. But
But not the table.
not the table. All right. So, with the banquet out of the way, one final week of downtime, and then the beach. So, what do you want to do?
I am converting those 3 religious favors to
Okay.
piety.
Okay.
So I have 8 total now, and I'm going to go spend time at the shrine again.
Okay,
To
yeah.
try and get more divine favor.
For sure.
Cass has unfortunately had his hobby ripped from him, so
His hobby.
yeah, researching.
He has nothing else to do. Other
I mean,
than
there are
spy
other
on
things
his
he can research.
classmates.
I think that was the big thing that he was concerned about. I think for the rest of the week,
He's not interested in researching death.
no, not for the time being. I think he's getting tired.
That is valid. All right, so go ahead and make either a religion or a persuasion check.
It's only gonna be religion. It's only a 9.
9. Yeah, you spend the week
She's a bit distracted.
bit distracted.
And I think she's also gonna at some point find she's gonna hang out in like the training area
Okay.
and spend some time just with one of the dummies, or if
Oh, you brought
Somebody
Caspian
else.
with you?
I was gonna say if somebody else walks in to do some training as well, she'd spar with them.
Waiting for the day Cass actually does that to Crow.
Yeah. One day.
Yeah. But she'll spend some time at the shrine, but distracted, and so she goes to the training area. Just needs to hit some stuff sometimes. And spar with someone if they show up, but
Fair. So, okay. Crow.
Crow's gonna do some research this time around.
Okay.
She wants to know how to get to the underworld for various reasons. What's up with that? What's going on with all that?
You would have seen Caspian over the past few weeks
In the library.
in the library doing research.
Around, so
This is his house. He obviously knows what he's doing there.
she'll go talk to his mom.
Okay, yeah, she's able to help out a little bit. Okay, go ahead and make a
Religion?
yeah, I'll say a religion check.
Do I get any advantage for her help?
No. That
I
is
took that. That was
her
a 20.
her help is removing the gold cost.
Okay, that's her. I need inspiration. I have 3.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hey.
Man, every
Wow.
time Adira is involved in stuff, there's always a
Inspiration
nat
for my
20.
religious thing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to?
Suck
Yeah,
glance
do
at the
her.
DM.
Do her thing.
Well, I mean, it's just a. Go ahead and make the roll.
You get points or you don't. You
Yeah,
know.
that's better. That's an 18.
18. Cool. You get 1 favor.
Cool.
All right. So, with a natural 20,
+5.
that is 3. Yeah, that is 3 pieces of lore. So 3 questions.
Okay. I have to ask them.
That is typically how I do
Prepared
it.
for this.
What I will say
Just info dump.
is, in addition to the 3 questions, you do find out the details, as it were, of what the underworld is. Because the underworld is not Hades.
Yep.
It is not the land of the dead. The underworld is what in Arklands the Underdark became. So in most D&D worlds, the Underdark is a massive underground caverns that have their own civilizations.
Blackreach.
Yeah. And in Baldur's Gate, you can
see the actual.
you can go through. In the Second Age, a subcontinent was sent hurtling through the seafloor.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have a whole campaign revolving around
Uh-huh.
that.
And the Underdark was flooded. So now there are these massive caverns and tunnels underneath the entirety of Arklands, filled with water, and the floors of which are covered in remains and bones.
Boom.
Because there were a lot of living creatures that met their end with a giant flood.
Yep.
And so when you have the Underdark, and people rediscovering it, yeah, it earned its title of it's now called the Underworld.
Fair enough.
Uh,
So it is underwater.
yes. And it's not just one location. It is like a layer underneath pretty much everywhere. So specifics on, like, there's a lot of entrances,
Yep.
but to the specific place you're wanting to go, less clear.
Fair.
But you do have your 3 questions.
Okay. Would any questions about this prophet character be too specific?
No, that's specificity is great.
Okay. Then questions. First one. Where can I find the prophet? Like, what entrance or path specifically would help me to him? Do you want me to list all of them out first and then you answer them? Because they're all kind of similar, so.
So, okay, yeah, I would say list them out, and that way, like, if 2 of them happen to be answered by, or I'd say, okay, yeah, I'll answer this first. So the prophet's name is Tiresias.
Okay.
Tiresias.
Okay.
And he is known for being almost an embodiment of divination. Used to be mortal, like most Aeonians, but was accessed, magic on such a fundamental level that it changed his very soul. And as for where he is specifically, as far as the the legends go, like, it's not like it's a commonly known thing. It's not like you can, find a guidebook.
Yeah.
But in terms of that, the legends say that where he's known to be in the underworld is beneath the Alastair Mountains, which is on the continent that you're on. It's the mountain range that splits Mire from Vala and Eris.
How far does the underworld spread?
The underworld is over the entire.
For some reason, I only pictured it being in that general area.
Water pressure's crazy.
Yeah.
No. The Underdark was basically any landmass in Arklands would have had Underdark beneath it, and the entire thing, and all of it's connected in one way or another.
Yeah.
But the entire thing
Yeah.
is flooded.
Okay.
So the Underworld is basically a layer across the entirety of Arklands
Yeah, that makes sense.
below.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then second question would be, what do I need to get there?
Okay. In terms of what?
Supplies, things such as what kind of boat would be helpful, or if there's a way
A boat
to
wouldn't
teleport.
be helpful.
It would not. Oh, I mean like an underwater boat.
You mean a
A
submarine?
submarine. Even then, is known to the underworld is known to have twisting and turning passages. It is advised if you are going to take such a journey, some kind of water breathing spell, because you're gonna probably have to swim.
Fair.
It's a bit of a trek.
Yeah.
But like there are points where, you know, anything larger than a large creature wouldn't be able to fit through. And so some kind of vehicle could take you some of the way, but beyond that. Yeah, I'll say it's not necessarily specific to the prophet, but you find like someone's written some guides on traversing the underworld.
Yeah.
Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion is a fairly highly recommended spell.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it creates a pocket dimension that the water cannot pass through, that you can take
your
long
rest.
rests in. Either air bubble, which is second level, or water breathing, which is third. Or finding some magic items that give that. There is sea life down there. So it's not like you need to bring food. You could like scavenge or forage.
There's always a bigger fish. That's all I
But
could think of.
also protection, because there's a lot of not.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like a lot of fish tacos.
Well,
to mention,
the fish part, maybe not
a
the
lot
taco
of
part.
a lot of the creatures that exist down there are now scavengers, which have a certain aesthetic that is not
Pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made one.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Although that's not a scavenger. That's
if
a.
we go there, I'm gonna have to fight it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creature she made is called an underworld tyrant.
Is that one of the designs you have made?
No thanks.
At some point?
Don't worry about it.
Alright, I gotta look it up.
The underworld tyrant is basically, hey, yeah, that much death concentrated in one place, not great in a magical sense, and so a creature that is a culmination of a lot of the bones just forming.
Oh, it's bone mass.
Mass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
But cool. I think it looks cool.
He's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage and for frost. Yeah.
So, there's that.
Hit him with a porcupine.
Huh?
It's not a horrible frost.
Don't just.
Anyways.
And question number 3.
I was gonna ask, I think it'd be more important to ask how to get out.
I mean,
Back the way you came, I guess.
Teleport. It's a great spell.
things like teleport are great spells. I'll say this. I'll say honestly, this doesn't really count. This is just a thing about traversing it. A lot of passages are one way, for one reason or another. So you typically can't
Don't
go
expect
out.
to go out the same way you came in.
Yeah.
But there are ways to get out.
Oh yeah, there are just as many exits as there are entrances. But again, what you specifically need to do to get out very much depends on where you are.
Are there maps for the underworld?
There are some loose maps.
That'd
So
be
no.
a good thing to have.
I mean, there definitely do exist some, and there are some areas that are better documented than others.
Okay.
But it's not like you can reliably get a map of any particular section. There are some that, yeah, absolutely. But, you know, it's not dissimilar to how, yeah, we theoretically have maps of the ocean floor for most of it.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's not dissimilar to that.
Our maps of the ocean floor are just equipment yelling at it and then seeing what returns.
Yeah, and there's probably like the magical equivalent of that. Oh yeah, we know that there's a cavern here. What's in it?
Don't ask that question.
Who's to say? That's not the question you asked. You asked for a map.
You asked for where, not what.
Exactly.
It cost you extra.
If you want a moment to think about a third question, I can move on to. Yeah. So, Elle and Caspian.
Elle
Last week of downtime. before-
Elle wants to go meet more people.
All right. Yeah.
I want to
carousing.
contact. Yes.
It's gonna carouse.
Yes.
You gonna spend money doing it, or
I don't have money.
all right?
I could ask Hugo if he wants to spot me a couple gold. That's about it.
You want to go carousing with me?
Sure, I'll ask him.
Hugo takes you carousing with upper class then.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think you missed the important part. Hugo takes you. You are walking with the head of the city.
This could go really
Make a
well.
persuasion check.
Okay. This is gonna be bad. Ooh! 29.
Nice.
The scale only goes up to 3. I'm gonna give you 4 because 1 to 5 is a hostile, 6 to 10 is none, 11 to 15 is 1, 16 to 20 is 2, and then it says 21 plus is 3. But if it goes in the pattern, the 21 to 25 would be 3, 26 to 30 would be 4. So yeah, you make 4 allied contacts in the upper class of
Port Seether.
Port Seether.
What does that mean? Can I use this in the future?
Basically, you have 4 I know a guys.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I get to add L. L already knew a guy.
Please tell me that one of them is a tailor who just decides, oh no, your outfit will not do. Come here. I cannot just let you waltz around the city like that.
Elle knows 4 really fancy guys.
Yep.
Is that what
You
you
actually
wrote?
wrote?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Incredible.
Really fancies in all caps.
All right, and
Cool.
Caspian.
Cass will, as much as Cass can, he will try to relax.
Do you want to spar with Ari at all?
That's so valid.
Does he what?
Do you want to spar with Ari at all?
That'd be
or
interesting.
I mean, if she wants to, they could. Cass would, I think, at some point invite each one of them to like play like some tennis or something like that, or whatever the equivalent is in
Bocce.
our world. Bocce, yeah,
Play bocce
sure.
ball?
Yeah, bocce. Any of the
They both have
croquet.
some nice long games.
Yeah. If y'all are
Cass's
sparring,
family has like a small putt-putt area.
Yeah, mini game. Each of you roll 3 attacks.
All right.
They're sparring.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
3 attacks.
Yep.
I get 4.
I'm asking you to roll 3.
All right. Oh, I have multiple dice. Let's just do. That's bad. Okay. It progressively got better.
So here's what I'm going to say. You get to roll all 3 at once,
Okay.
and you have to decide ahead of time what order you're putting them forward.
Okay. I'm just putting them forward in the order that I rolled them.
Yep. And
All right. Can I have him make a con save?
no.
This is not the combat that you
This is-
wanted, Amy.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. All right. No, I have
Okay.
1.
To satisfy Amy's urge to punch her teammates, we should have a
We will.
class where
there is quite a bit of that coming up.
this is it's the get to know your classmates better. Punch them class.
All right. Round 1.
Are we adding modifiers?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
9.
11.
Okay.
Wow.
Ari takes round 1.
Everyone's 1.
Round
Yep.
2.
21.
21.
Draw.
Okay.
Round
Okay.
3.
27.
Oh, you got me beat. 24.
Oh, man.
Fair enough. Yeah, Ari's got some stuff to work out.
Ari is fighting
Yeah, you put up a good fight. There.
aggressively.
Put up a good fight. But You're kind of doing it to unwind. Ari is doing it to psych herself up a little bit, and that.
No, Aries doing it to work out some.
Well, yeah, but like that's different than unwinding.
Yeah.
You're like,
We're just like,
Wait.
thank you, Gerald.
There we go.
we need to make that a shirt. Thank you, Gerald.
Yes! Yes!
That would
That'd
be
be
amazing.
I would wear that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gerald, for the cookies. They were delicious.
Yes, they were so good.
Yeah, Cass is like, okay, last time I sparred with one of my teammates, I almost died. Let's try and take it a little bit easy.
Exactly. And Aries like. Whip.
There's just a point where Cass is laying on the floor. He's like, Ari, I don't think your hits are supposed to land that hard through steel.
Maybe you should get better steel.
You know, this was very expensive armor, but I'm beginning to definitely feel like I do need an upgrade.
Adamantine is wonderful.
Trey's disallowed that.
No, I just disallowed most magic items until you get them.
No, you specifically said, I'm pretty sure we have that in a recording somewhere in our last campaign. You were like, no one in campaign 2 is allowed to have adamantine. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
that's
Trey,
my fault.
2023.
Sorry,
All
guys.
right. And with that in mind, do you have a third question?
I don't have anything
That's fine.
specific
So-
yet. It's more so trying to figure out a good question concerning the prophet. Essentially, if I were to ask him questions, how cooperative would he be? Would
What
he
does it
require
cost?
something? What's the cost?
Okay.
The price of doing business.
Is there a consequence? Is he a bit of a...
It's not that there's a
Nice.
consequence or a
your favorite color?
specific cost.
blue, red?
It's his information is freely given so long as he wants to. So it's less of a it's making a deal or doing business. It's more of a does he feel like it?
You gotta entice
Have
him.
you pissed him off? Do you interest him in one way or another? Or whatever else. And
we have to-
sometimes it's not even necessarily based on what you have done. Sometimes it's based on what he could see you doing.
Do we have to bring him a red berry pie?
I'm sure that's a reference to something.
What would it be a reference to? If it's me asking. RuneScape.
Ah, I do remember.
You remember that quest? Yeah!
I do.
Thurgo, the Imkando dwarf.
But
Words.
yeah, it is yeah, it's not a specific price. It is, and the frustrating thing is that there are definitely stories of people that have made the trek to find him and just been turned away
Oh.
for what, from biased sources, seem like completely arbitrary reasons.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
And the last event of yes,
I do have one question before we move on.
go for it.
Being that Crow is spending a lot of time in the library, Cass notices that she's researching something, yes?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. He will not pry. He will occasionally like bring her coffee, but he will like kind of as an apology, but he will remain silent. He will just observe that that's something that's happening.
At one point, I think the first time you bring coffee, it's coffee. It's not bad.
Oh no, remember Cass rolled like a nat 20 on learning to make coffee?
How to.
Yeah,
Coffee and tea, Cass is now amazing at that and only that.
But it's like it's good coffee, but it's also like coffee the way that Cass would do it. The next time that you do it, Grave shows you how Crow likes it. It's just like
She doesn't like fuss in his face, but she might like try it and kind of shrug, put it down, and forget about it.
and then, like
few
she
hours.
probably over the course of it like does drink it because it's
Yeah.
there. But that's the first time. But then Graves essentially you know, if you do want to get on her good side, this is how you do it. And he will give Caspian a
Crash course.
yeah.
Guys is like, I will just settle for not being on her bad side.
Still the best way of going about it. And he will he will show him how to do. At the end of the week, the morning of Ari's birthday, Ari, I assume you wake up
Ari wakes up
bright and early as per usual.
at probably about 2 a.m. because she goes to bed early, so she only needs 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
No, probably closer to like
Early.
no, probably closer to 4. She probably stays up a little later the night before. She gets up about 4.
Does she stay up until midnight and then does she open the letter as soon as the clock strikes?
Yes, that's absolutely what she does. You are correct.
Amazing.
Yeah, I
Do you have that written?
I don't have it written. I if we weren't doing these sessions back to back, I would have had a. But it says in essence, dear Ari, sorry that I could not be there for the day itself. It's odd, your first birthday away from home, but it's also wonderful to see you experiencing life, growing, making new friends, and getting a chance to live that I am not sure you've ever had. I care for you very deeply, and I hope that the celebration of your birthday is as special as you are.
Oh, that's very sweet.
All my love, Olive.
Crud, how am I going to follow that up?
Not well.
I mean, I could offer all of Elle's love, but I think that wouldn't be received the same way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll get there.
It'll work.
You go to sleep
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
Wakes up, sits, does the garden have a view of the sunrise?
The garden is actually kind of more. The garden is kind of more enclosed, but the pool would.
Yeah. Or she goes and sits out on like a balcony or something like that.
Yeah. Well, the pool is kind of there's areas around the pool to sit if you want to sit there.
Yeah, she watches the sunrise.
Adira kind of comes out and joins you. Good morning. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I didn't know that you knew it was my birthday.
Well, we would not be very good hosts if we did not.
Appreciate that.
Good luck guessing my birthday. I haven't said a thing.
Crow, what's her birthday?
I have that in my calendar.
You're great, my bad.
There you go.
I just messaged you in Discord, that's why.
Got it.
That does make things
That'll do.
confusing
That'll
It
sometimes.
really is, and my
I
head
mix up
is
Crow's name with Greg.
currently throbbing, so that doesn't help.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Drink some water.
And yeah, sure.
Sweet, I have an idea.
Okay.
I want to get a gift. Evie agrees, yeah.
So, we've got the beach that we're going to go visit. I know you've been looking forward to that.
Yes. Yes, that would be very nice.
Anything else planned for the day?
Well, I was planning on maybe spending some time in the library and just sitting in the garden some. Maybe take a walk around town, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever you'd like. And she will kind of just sit with you in silence. And
Alright. It's a little awkward.
I mean, it's not even the first time y'all have.
Okay, yeah,
sat
I
together.
guess. Yeah.
And this is, you've just spent 4 weeks at her house.
Yeah.
I'm sure there have
They
been
have
moments
bonded through their elven tradition of waking up early to see
so
the
early
sunrise.
and just, yeah.
I was going to bed around this time.
Yep. And so, unless there's something that anyone wants to do, there's a particularly big breakfast with everything specifically that Ari has been that has taken interest
there's
in terms
chai,
of food.
there's various fruits and things.
Has Crow been informed that it's her birthday? Because I don't think anyone's mentioned it to her.
Grave would tell
Grave
her because
would know.
Grave would tell her. 2, it has been made explicit that the plans are to go to the beach in Port Cedar for
Okay.
Ari's birthday.
Cool.
Yep.
So she is caught up. What you talking about?
You'll find out.
Are you taking out another loan?
No, maybe.
Cost more
Oh
than
my gosh! What? Ryan, why do you have a habit of doing that in our campaign?
More than one? Yeah, that's fine.
He's not even taking a loan out in my name, and I'm still scared.
He's gonna take a loan out your father's name.
And I'm just gonna use his father's name.
Yeah, you know what's gonna
Bonded with
happen?
Hugo now.
You know what's gonna happen? Hugo's gonna look at the bill and go, "Oh, okay. I'm just gonna pay that real quick. All right, done.
Yep.
No sweat."
I'm trying. Trust me. You'll like this.
Okay.
That's so much.
The amount of times that you have made our DM look exactly like that, making that exact same joke.
Exhaustion.
It's fantastic.
I still think that Ryan is simultaneously the best and worst person to have at your table. If you're a
Make
DM.
a persuasion check.
Happy birthday, me.
It
That's-
is your birthday. Established this.
Yes! The free birthday, not 20!
With a success
Oh my
of
gosh.
over 21 plus,
Okay.
it would have used all 4 of your contacts.
Okay.
With a natural 20, it will use 3.
Fair enough.
You have 1 contact remaining.
One fancy contact remaining.
I got one fancy contact guy
Oh
left.
my gosh.
I got one really fancy guy left.
Yeah, okay.
You can go ahead and put that back in there. Thank you, Raised Dice.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Thank you, sir.
So, you are able to do that,
Cool.
especially with the lead up. Does anyone else have something that they want to do before then? Y'all get to recreate the picture.
The beach scene.
The beach scene, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There are surfboards.
Do surfboards exist in Arklands?
Yeah.
It's a sport.
Why not?
Sure.
I
Waves
drew
exist.
that picture, picturing it as like a modern AU
I know.
thing.
But
if
it's a
it
board.
could work.
It's,
That you put in the water.
that you
Now
that you
here's-
just float on. It's a
Here's one
guarantee.
thing. Back in the day, I decided to roll a random d20 to see how good like Crow would be
Uh-huh.
at surfing, and I rolled a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
But like, does that carry over? Because she's never actually surfed here.
Does Crow know how to swim?
Yes.
Yes?
She does.
Okay.
She grew up by a river.
Then I would say make a check with advantage. It's not 1-to-1 because
She's
it's
gone sand surfing before.
yeah.
Sense surfing.
Which is
Orion
She's
pulls
good
her
with
around on like a
yeah, which is why it's
like
like
a
which is why she would have advantage to have
Are we all rolling to see how well we do?
anyone who wants to go surfing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Al just did.
I'll go surfing.
Is this a dex check or just a flat d20 roll?
I would say either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay.
Let's go.
You said if we know how to swim, that's
No,
just
I needed to know if Crow knew how to swim, period,
Okay,
because she grew up in
okay.
the desert.
fair.
But the natural 20 that she rolled in character creation is what gave her advantage.
Fair.
So,
Oh,
I'm gonna use inspiration because I want to get higher.
okay.
get it.
That's 2 nat ones. Goodness. That is 15.
Wait, I'm fairly certain I would get for bringing.
Oh yeah,
your
I just had
beer.
one.
Yeah.
So you can have
You want
one.
to give me one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that I got
Also,
it.
you brought both of us
to
food.
to make it clear, I didn't
Oh, yeah.
get a total of nat 1. I rolled for advantage. I got a 10 and a 1.
Oh, okay.
I tried
Well,
to re-roll. Got another 1.
If you want it, you can.
Unless you want
I already said
L
you
to
had
just show you up, you're gonna want to reroll.
Would you? Did you get a nat 20?
No, but I got over a 20.
So did
There we
I.
go. That
As
is
did I.
a 24.
Okay. there you
All
go.
right.
27.
24,
Wow.
27,
21.
21.
22.
Wow!
All
We are
y'all
all great at
absolutely
surfing.
killing it.
This is gonna
a new
be.
group sport.
Yes, this is
Apparently.
now the
Group
thing.
bonding.
When they go back
does
to
Grave do?
Eric's, they're gonna occasionally
Grave
just be
does
like,
not get in the water. Grave is currently sitting on a beach chair, the equivalent of sunglasses on, no shirt, just blue skin.
See,
Tattoos. He's got the cool.
Yeah,
Drawing
and,
that
he's
you
got,
made.
and you guys do for the first time get a proper look at all of his tattoos. He has the green one, almost. It's not quite a sleeve, but it goes down the entirety of one arm.
That's
Right, no, yeah. The green one is just on the forearm. The black one on his right arm is from the shoulder all the way down to the wrist. He also has a large one that goes over across his shoulder blades and down onto his chest.
so you have 3 different magical tattoos. Holy cow!
And he has a number of other smaller non-magical ones.
Hey, look at that.
1, 2, 3. There's so much.
Yep. But yeah, he's just sitting there and tanning.
Here's the picture.
He's just
audience.
getting a.
You probably can't see it.
That
but I
was
just-
probably gonna
you
be the
realize that's
thumbnail.
probably gonna be the thumbnail, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's true. I guess we can use.
You're gonna have to fix Al's leg in here. Sorry.
Yep.
That's true. Okay, maybe you have a little bit of drawing to do for that one.
It's not that much.
It won't be much.
It's
but
a
I do
leg
have
and
to
a
change
hair.
his hair, which would be a pain. But whatever.
Can you send me the
So I draw
picture?
everything on different
Or,
layers.
send it
so I
on
have to go
something.
to every single layer. And
Is it not on the
That's why I
drive?
figured it would be easier for you
It
because it's on a
is,
separate
but
layer.
we put art and memes in the same bin for some
No,
reason.
the drive.
And so it gets
not
what?
the drive, not the
Oh,
Discord.
Drive. I forgot about the drive.
It's okay.
Anyways,
L
Yeah.
would like to, when they finish surfing, go over to the bag and pull out a wonderful little.
Okay.
You want me to wait?
Because it's a technically bigger one, the
Okay,
other
I'll
gift
wait.
will be given first.
Okay.
Because Hugo will be like, you'll be the grand finale.
Okay. Let's go.
Ari,
Yes.
as a gift from us, and for being such a good friend to Caspian and such a wonderful guest in our house, happy birthday. And he hands you a kind of a box about this big, which you open, and it's got a kind of golden. Actually, no. For you, it would be a
Silver.
more silver necklace that has a band that goes kind of around the neck, and then more of a chain, I think, on the front. That is a necklace of adaption, which will allow you to breathe in any environment.
Did they just give her a magic item for her birthday? Man, I love being
That was
rich.
a good magic item, though. That's really good.
That is This is...
Well, I figured you would ask me on multiple occasions for water breathing. Here's a more permanent solution.
Thank you. I don't think I could ever repay this.
And Adira kind of speaks up. Darling, it's a gift. You're not supposed to.
Thank you.
Our genuine pleasure.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory. Yeah, she
Caspian,
puts it on and like tightens
can
it.
we come back on my birthday?
When's your birthday, Crow?
Stalemate.
No, I think that one goes to him.
I said,
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Yes.
no.
Does that require 2 minutes?
It does.
It is a wondrous item.
That is a very
Uncommon, but
Yeah.
still wondrous.
How is mine better than that? That's incredible.
Yours is a rare item.
Let's go.
Yeah. It costs 14,000 gold.
How are you going to repay that?
With a natural 20.
With a natural
and 3
20.
upper class contacts. I literally had it as... so when you're selling a magic item, you can... If you roll low, you can only sell it for half its price. And if you roll normal, but if you roll above a 20, you can sell it for 150%. So I flipped that so that if you rolled high enough, you could get it for essentially half off.
Okay.
And I made the rule of each contact would be able to pay 2,000 gold.
Okay.
And so with all 4, if you rolled above 20, you could pay for it because it would be, But then you roll a natural 20, so it only took 3.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yes.
Cool.
Money.
What did you get?
What did I get? So L will grab from the bag and he will... Eddie, this is for you. And happy birthday. I hope that you can make good use of this. Does she open it? Mm-hmm. All right. Enjoy your bracers of defense. Yep.
Mother trucker.
Yep.
Did it.
I got him.
Good thing.
Let's freaking go.
Hence my reaction earlier of,
I think you might be right about that best, worst, and worst, best player
Yeah.
thing.
What do
Oh,
they
he
look
is.
like?
What do they look like? That's a good question. I guess I can be whatever.
yeah.
I have a set of bracers that I got at the Ren Fair that are purple.
What do you want them to look like?
I have a set of bracers that I got at the Ren Fair that are purple.
Like that, then. They look like the,
Let the red
set
fair
of braces
money
that
be
you
worth
got.
it.
Yeah.
They are actually a really nice, like, L color.
You know what's... Yeah, I was about to say, Elle would 100% pick the purple ones.
They're
Oh, yeah.
matching.
Yeah, they match.
Castle lean over to Crow and be like, I feel really bad. All I got her was some shiny rocks. It's the only thing I knew that she liked.
I didn't know it was her birthday till this morning.
Do you want some of the rocks? There's like a dozen.
Yep.
Nice.
AC is 21.
Let's go.
We
Let's
should
freaking
go
go!
first. We can't show this up.
Good luck.
We'll give them to her later.
Thank you, Anne.
Happy birthday, Eddie.
Anya, as y'all are kind of trotting around, Anya just goes up to Grave. Is that your skin? Are you talking about the blue, the green, the black, or the white?
This is, by the way, Cass's reaction too. It's just Cass is like choking over on the side. Anya, you don't ask those things.
Yes. The blue is my skin, yes. The green, the black, and the white are tattoos. Tattoo?
Uh-oh.
Grave kind of looks over to Adira and Hugo, and they're kind of just not paying attention. Ask her parents.
Good answer.
A wise man.
Sebi is thrashing about in the waves. He's like biting at the waves as the tide rolls in.
He catches a small fish at some point.
He's got a crab in his mouth while he's walking around.
Yep. Five seconds later,
sits covered in just half his fur. All of his fur is damp. His bottom half covered in sand, and he just comes up and sits with y'all with just a crab in his mouth that is still just
Fighting to get away.
it's just trying to.
5 seconds later, we hear a yelp and then running away with the crab skittering on the ground.
Yup. Absolutely fantastic.
Filthy mongrel. I don't like him.
Crow, don't talk about cats that way.
Say what I want.
Cass is also. Cass is gonna insight how much you like the dog.
I think I was gonna
I'm
do
gonna
the
use
same thing.
one of my inspirations for that. No, stop it! It can't roll the same thing.
And so
Same.
I think this is your last one.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I have one from yesterday because I also brought these yesterday.
Yeah, they did have one.
You can have a maximum of 4.
That's true.
Yeah, so that would be number 4.
You gave one to her?
You gave one to Crow.
You just used
Oh
two.
no, I gave
One to her.
her the one from this.
Yeah, so
I
this is
just used one from Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna use
Yeah.
the other one from Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Better.
There we go.
Cass now knows she likes the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
She's playing
Crow.
tsundere about it.
Yeah.
But she likes the dog.
Yep.
She has grown attached
Yep.
over this time.
Awesome.
Finn is currently burying himself in the sand.
Cass is going to run over with a bucket of sand and just dump it on top of his head.
Just the bucket is still there. It goes. A slight echoing voice. This is actually kind of nice. The sun's not in my eyes anymore.
Wait for you to make it a positive thing.
Thanks.
Cass will then proceed to pick him up, bucket still on the head, and he's gonna dunk him into the water.
Absolutely.
Savage.
Ares perched herself next to Grave and just sitting, enjoying a little fruity drink.
I would say
In the
it's
shade.
like in a coconut, but I don't think those grow up that far north.
Important.
Import. That's true.
That's
You
true,
are in
that's
the city
true.
of import.
Could have an incredible amount of imported goods.
Exactly.
Is Crow allowed to drink?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, Graves having a drink.
It's still a celebration.
Yeah.
You know.
Honestly, there are stronger drinks here than there were at the banquet.
Yeah.
I think Elle's laying on a surfboard out a little further away from land, just kind of chilling.
Just out in the water.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ares,
He's not surfing, he's just laying there.
Napping.
Have you
Yep.
seen the movie Surf's Up?
No, wait.
Unfortunately.
with
The
the,
one with
chicken-
the
Penguin?
Yes!
I imagine it's just the moment where Big Z is just laying out there, like asleep on the board, and then the wave comes up and just.
I think that does happen at one
Make a
point.
con check.
A
See if
con
you just
check?
genuinely fall asleep.
That's a natural 20.
Okay. Is he trying to take a nap?
No, he's just got his eyes closed, and the
Yeah.
wave is coming up, and the surfboard starts to kind of go up, and right as Cass is like, Elle, be careful! Elle will, as he falls, the board falls down below him, he comes up, and then lands on the board and continues to surf.
I will give
Amazing.
it to you for that nat 20.
Baller move.
Totally, like, Legolas stupid type of move.
Oh, yes.
Like this.
Shut up.
He's still got one.
Yeah.
I have two now. One's just not real.
Well, he's got 1.5.
It does go down to the knee. Okay, so what is Crow doing at this point?
I don't know.
Caspian is dunking his brother in the water. Al is...
Cowabunging.
Yep. Ari is...
Crow's probably out surfing. She's trying to pull off the best stunts that she can. She gets a stunt board because she wants to move around and do things and look cool.
I feel like Crow would try one of those, the boards that has like the big fin underneath it that you like ride above the water. I don't know what they're called, but I feel like that's something Crow would want to try.
Yeah, she'd probably try it. How well does she do? It's a 5 plus athletics, so 10.
Yeah, okay. You kind of get the hang of it eventually, but you're far more comfortable on the actual surfboard. Yeah, Adira and Hugo are kind of just sitting there chatting with Grave a little bit.
Ari is arranging the rocks that Cass and Crow gave her in like a neat, like organized like by color and size. She's just sitting there next to Grave as she's just sorting her rocks.
Absolutely.
Yes, autism. Yeah.
I mean,
She places them one by one into the bag of holding.
Ari is just very magic item rich.
Yeah, her tubing slots are already all full.
Oh my god.
I had to check and make sure you could actually attune to the bracers.
Good gracious. What's your AC now? 21? Golly.
That's good.
Listen,
That's a
I
good
don't
thing.
have a lot of hit points, so it's very nice.
And you're
None of
always
us
in
have
the
a lot
middle
of hit
combat. You don't have range
Yeah.
right now.
That's true.
That's true. All right, is there anything else that y'all want to do while you're at the beach?
Not that I can think of.
El has had his day.
Elle, at one point you're laying on the board again. Dio charges towards the water, leaps, and gets like a significant distance, and just cannonballs into the water next to you, so that you just completely flip over.
Of course. That sounds about right.
Is that something he would do impromptu, or would he say ahead of time that he's going to do that?
You'd see Elle laying out there. I think I'm going to go wake him up. Why is that?
I was trying to think if there was something that I could do to give him a little boost. Either that, or Cass would like motion to his dad and be like, "Dad, can you give him a boost?"
Yeah, it plays like haste or jump to
Yes.
him. I think Dio kind of comes up from underneath you and like just kind of sits you onto his shoulders.
His feet easily reach the bottom of the water.
Yup.
Yeah.
Who dare challenge?
Cass will look over at his dad. Am I on top or are you on top?
The leg will be in the water either way. Let's go.
These small humans cannot beat us, Dad. Look at them. Their heads barely come above
Cass
the
will
water.
whisper to his dad, "What spells do you have?"
Are you on top?
Okay.
What is Crow doing?
I think Ari, when Crow comes back in from the water, sees them go out. Ari looks over. I have an ability I'd like to try and use. Do you wish to join them?
Depends on how reliable it is, because I'm just gonna join if we win.
I think I could probably take Cass down.
Alright, how about the big ones?
Big ones are going to be tougher, but L I might be able to knock. Unsure. But definitely Caspian.
To hell with it, we live once. Let's go.
Alright. Ari tightens the bracers
Nice.
And the necklace.
and the necklace.
Yeah, she spent the past hour or two attuning to them
Yep.
while sunbathing.
No, she's not sunbathing. She's sitting in the shade.
That's true. That's true. Because she wouldn't tan. She would burn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Has anyone here ever not been in a chicken fight? Because 'cause that's what
Has
they're
anyone
called.
not been in a strict fight? No,
Are
I've
there
been in
Then
rules?
you
All
know
the time.
very well that the person on the bottom does next to nothing other than try
Yep.
to keep the legs.
Yes.
So only whoever's on top will be making the actual pushing checks.
Fair enough.
I think that makes sense.
So that it's going to be athletics checks.
Can Aerie use like dex instead?
Yeah.
If you can think of a dexterous way to push someone off of someone else's
More so
shoulders.
knock their balance.
stunning strike.
Redirect. Or that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be less a thing of knocking them off and more a nerve punch, and then
Yes.
having advantage.
Do
to
you
try
go
and
into the
shove.
water and start casting spells?
I think Cass would try and cast them discreetly before they got in the water.
As you're running up? Okay, you have time to cast one spell.
Okay. Cass will cast on himself then. Probably. Well, I guess you could cast it on himself and his dad. Bless.
Okay,
Which will. Which
you,
will.
you can cast them both. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that the athletics checks won't technically qualify as attack rolls, but just in case if there's any
Yeah.
saving throws that they need to do,
What's Dio's strength modifier again?
or if punches get thrown.
He's got a +4. He's got an 18 in strength,
Okay,
but he's below.
that's right.
Yeah.
So, does L see you cast a spell?
I don't know. Let's see how stealthy
Let's see.
Cass does it.
Aerie be good at staying on because competing athletics checks.
That's a
she
12
could
on
use
the
her
die.
dex.
Yeah.
12?
That's true.
I'll do a perception check just to make it nice and.
Oh yeah, you see.
I have a thing I'm gonna do.
Enhance ability, strength
Oh,
on Caspian.
and what does that do? Just give me advantage.
Advantage. Yeah.
Sweet.
Enhance ability, strength.
Enlarge on L. That's why I asked about
Okay.
Dio's strength. So this is the game you want to play, Cass, huh?
Well, I thought it might make it more interesting.
Oh, it'll make it interesting. And he starts to grow in front of
Another
you.
magic?
I can hit them.
All of a sudden, the girls are finding themselves in a much more intense game of chicken than they thought.
Look, if I hit them, they're gonna get sour. Like, they don't like being hit.
I was going to hit them.
No, you go hit them.
Okay.
What does enhance ability do on strength?
Advantage.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
Does
Oh,
enlarge
man.
Yeah, it
also?
does.
Okay, then he will give it to himself so that he can try and hold you.
There you go. That's a better idea.
Yup. All right. You're the first challenger, so
Alright.
make an athletics check.
Alright. Ugh, sucky. It was right next to the nat 20.
Okay.
That is a 15.
All right, contested.
All right.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Okay.
incredible.
Oh, this is hurting my head.
Drink some water.
Fine.
Go get some.
I'll be right back.
Hydrate
Grumpy old
before you
guy.
die.
I have had water today. I've had quite a bit.
Okay, well, have some more. Nerd.
You good?
All right. With a natural 20, you completely rebuff Caspian's effort, and you can have you already have advantage, so yeah.
Give him like a +5 then.
Yeah. All right.
All right, I'll take that. So it's my turn to go after Cass then?
Yeah. I assume you push back.
Oh, of course.
Alright, am I rolling an athletics contested
Yep.
then? Alright, well, if I could have a nat 20, that'd be nice.
That'd be amazing.
No, but I got the exact same roll on both of them.
Are you serious?
I did.
For a total of.
24.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. 24 is not bad. Okay. So,
Well done.
Dropped it.
thanks. Ugh. I got it.
Alright.
All right.
Ooh.
That's a 29.
Yep.
Including the +5?
Yeah. +4. So 18 +4. Oh, sorry. It's 22. +5 is 27.
27. Okay.
Still enough to be.
Yeah.
I saw the 18 on the die. I was like,
Alright,
oh yeah, there's no way.
Hugo is going to try and keep you on his shoulders.
What is that?
That is. It's just a flat roll.
What?
That's
Okay.
unfortunate.
I wasn't sure if it was like a saving throw or
It's
something
an
like
athletics check.
that. Athletics check. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have nothing prepared for that.
Yeah, that's an 11. So you just get pushed back. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Airy and Crow.
Elle goes, who's next? You? Bring it.
She's carrying Eric.
Oh, you're Kang?
Yeah.
Who's next? Oh, hi, Eddie.
Hello. Stunning strike.
Well, you have to.
Oh, roll a hit. Yeah.
Roll the hit.
Yep.
Nice.
That's 25.
Silvery Barb, roll again.
Same
25.
Dang it! Yeah, that hits.
Con save.
Yep.
Ooh.
Wait, does that give me...
Too bad I don't.
Silvery
have
Barbs, I give the advantage to myself, because I can do that.
Okay.
So, on the con save. Oh, that's
better.
much better. 22.
Okay, yeah, you pass.
Okay.
Woo! That was close.
Yep.
Second attack, I'm gonna hit you again.
How many silvery barks you got?
That's all. It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, that's 7 plus 8,
15.
15.
To hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
What's
wearing
my-
armor right
Yeah.
now.
Make another con save.
You're doing it again?
Yep.
That stinks.
My AC is like 10.
So DC 15.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, if it meets, it beats. 9 plus 6. 15.
Can I use my bonus action punch?
Absolutely.
Can you apply to that too?
Yes, I can.
Wow.
Yep.
Monks are broken.
Get flurry of blows and apply it to the next two attacks.
Actually,
3 plus 8 is 11.
11.
Nope, that misses.
What's your
What's
AC?
your dex?
It's oh wait, am I wearing? Hang on.
Right now you're not
I
wearing
should
armor.
not have armor on,
Yeah.
so that's yeah.
10 plus dex is your AC.
So yeah, that hits. It's a 10.
Alright, con save.
Nope.
You are stunned.
14.
As you just do. And you just and your
Is
entire
that last
body
one?
is pins and needles. Technically speaking, if I'm remembering correctly, he can roll at the end of his turn.
No.
At the end of.
Shh.
Just one real quick. Okay, I'm good.
Stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay, that's what it is. All right, then yeah, you're.
So
you're
I
just-
skip.
Yeah, and you have the opportunity to try and push him.
Yep.
So athletics check with
advantage.
advantage.
My athletics is only a plus 0.
Yep.
So that's only 11.
An 11, which, considering that you cannot move, technically you automatically fail. However, Dio has the opportunity to try and keep you on, even as
Alright.
you are stunned.
Let's go.
And he has advantage because he gave himself.
Yes. Oh, good.
Okay, that was a 9 and a 6, plus his plus 9.
Oh yeah.
For an 18, which I think will pass. And so you are stunned and just feel yourself get pushed back because it's literally just a
Yeah.
and you just start falling and Dio just no.
Let's go.
And at the end of her turn,
That was very smart. Good move. But bye now.
Oh, I didn't think you'd be able to hit me.
I'm not hitting, I'm pushing.
Yup.
Okay.
So that is a
Yeah, make an athletics check.
15.
Total?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can I use my acrobatics?
Yeah.
No, that's a nat 1.
Wait.
I would give inspiration, but I don't know.
I
if
have
it's
an
funnier.
inspiration.
You do?
But it's also funnier.
It is also funny.
Wait. Can I use my nature's wrath to envelop her in vines so that she can't move backwards?
Unless it
What
pulls
is-
Crow down
it-
with her.
I have an idea.
What is Nature's Wrath?
Nature's wrath. As an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. So it is an action, not a reaction. The creature must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw or be restrained. It can repeat its saving throw at the end of...
Restrain what?
So you're
turns.
attempting to use this.
I'm attempting to use it to
Stop.
essentially, like,
Okay.
secure her.
I'm gonna
so
say
she...
make a spell casting ability check.
Okay.
So that's as if you're making a spell attack.
Cool. What's my modifier?
Because using it in reaction and
It's
not
a 21.
21. The DC was 20. So spectral kelp reaches up out of the water and just kind of pulls you back from falling. And you are on Crow's shoulders.
Got it. Bonus action, I'm going to summon the wings.
Okay.
Just because they're there, because that was close. It's like, okay, if we're using this type of magic, and these are much bigger than normal, because
Yep.
enlarged.
Yep.
They are.
Your wings got bigger.
They did. They look pretty cool, actually.
Ari, it's your turn.
All right.
Caspian, it would be your turn, but
Yeah,
you're
you use
disqualified.
your action.
I think you do technically have to because it doesn't seem to say that I can drop it. So I think she does if she wants to
No,
make an attack.
is it not concentration? Essentially.
Doesn't say anything about being concentration.
It's until they break free from it,
Uh-oh.
I guess. Or until
Yeah, it just
I feel
says
like
that
it would have a lasting time.
the creature has to. Yeah, it just says that the creature has to make saving throws, and it is at the end of each of its turns if it wants to get out of it.
Okay, yeah. So, Ari, at the end of your turn, make a dex saving throw. You could make strength if you want to, but
No,
I
dex is
assume.
better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use an inspiration because oh wait, no, that's a 4, not a 1. So 12.
No. DC's only
DC
15,
is
but
15.
yeah.
Caspian, your vines are restraining me.
Well, I did keep you from falling over. However, I don't know how to make them go away.
That seems like a skill issue.
Castle looked down at Crow. You've been a bad influence on her.
Back to L.
Well, this no longer feels like a game of chicken, because she's just kind of,
I
trapped
was gonna
there.
headbutt Dio.
With what specific intent? Out of curiosity?
Throw them off balance.
Chaos.
Sure.
Chaos. Element of surprise.
Yeah,
I'm okay with this, so
100% allow it.
Unarmed strike. That is a 15.
15. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Should I roll damage or?
So if Aries the one that's restrained, if Crow goes out from underneath of her, will Aries just still sit there?
suspended in the water.
No, it's not that she's leaving Eri behind. It's that she's moving forward.
Yeah,
with
because
the
they're
head.
like right.
True.
They're
just
chicken
literally-
fighting. So.
And considering the vines had to reach up from the front to keep her from falling back.
It's not like she's restrained from behind.
Yeah.
Surprise attack.
Okay.
I don't know what it means, but Crow's adding to the chaos.
Here,
Just
what-
headbutt a deal.
What about? Do you want to make it like a shove?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's a 15 to shove.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the athletics. He's good at that.
Yeah. He could.
Natural 20.
He's just a brick
As you
wall.
just headbutt and look up, and he has not moved an inch. You make full contact and just.
Onto the hairy minotaur chest.
Do it.
All right, I'm gonna shove them both.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 2 and a 3. I'm gonna use an inspiration for that because that's so close to a natural 20. That's better. All right, so 16 on athletics.
Who are you
15,
hitting?
sorry.
Harry.
Airy, okay.
Yep, trying to push her.
Yep. So
I
you
guess-
would have disadvantage on the acrobatics check because restrained.
Oh, that's fair.
Cool. 25.
Yeah,
All right.
that beats the 15.
Another deck save at the end of your turn to get released from the vines.
It's a 10.
10
Total?
Yeah.
Man. Oh my god.
All right. Try again.
Can
Is-
Crow try to break out of the vines?
Yeah, you know,
Go
can-
ahead and make an athletic.
Yeah.
Make a strength saving throw.
Can Cass make a strength or an athletics check to try and rip the vines away?
So magical vines,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on them.
Okay.
Oh, you have Dispel Magic now.
I do. 3rd level spells. It's
Very nice.
great.
The vines immediately.
Thanks, Elle.
You're welcome, I guess. And then Elle is going to go and try to grab Airy.
Okay.
So I guess that would still be an athletics check.
Yep.
16.
18.
Sylvia Barb, roll again. I need to give myself advantage.
Yeah. That's only a 14.
Yes.
All right. You.
Scoop her up and fly into the air.
Dio and Crow are just left there in the water.
Peace out. And she swims backwards.
Bring out
I've
her
expected her
wings.
to summon her wings and.
Nah.
Cass
I wanna get them
will
wet. Not
Misty
the
step in front of her. Oh no, you don't. You don't get away that easy. And you will grab her, turn her around, and push her back towards Dio.
Make an athletics check for a shove attack.
That is a flat 20.
21.
Oh,
Take my last inspiration.
all right, we'll give it a shot. No,
No, that's unfortunate.
She
a 3 on the
slips
die.
under the water to avoid his grasp, and
I do want to point out, wouldn't it have made more sense to make her reroll?
Oh yeah, that's true.
what?
But it's fine. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I already gave it to Noah.
it's fine.
To
It's
use the
fine.
inspiration to make you reroll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So Caspian tries to push you. What do you do?
She slips under the water, and then lunges out at him to try
Okay.
and knock him down.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
That's not one.
Wait, all right.
You get knocked
No.
over by a wave.
Now this could also be a nat 1. So let's see. No, that's a 15 on the die. As she goes to like push against Cass, he's gonna grab her arm and just flip her into the water.
Yeah, she tries to go from underneath, and you just kind of reach down, grab her by like.
Using the momentum when she tries to jump out of
Yep.
the water, he just
He's-
redirects
I
it.
feel like you just literally just like hands on the sides and just go woo.
He's literally just adding momentum.
Exactly.
So that she flies farther. And then upon the splash, she's like, ah, yes. It's a beautiful sound.
Meanwhile, up in the
Make
air.
an athletics check.
Yeah.
Make it, uh-oh.
Yep.
Oof, that's a 12.
With a 21, Dio just comes up and dunks you.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, in the air.
Meanwhile, in the air.
Airy has wrapped her arms around Elle's neck.
Yep. I don't think this is how chicken is supposed to end, but I like this ending much better.
I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Would you like to go down?
Yes?
We could fly it back to the shore. Yeah, I can put you
Your
back.
wings only last for so long, so I think the faster.
Oh
you
yes,
get down-
they do last for a minute. So, but we are in turn order. So, okay. So we'll fly back to the shore.
Bridle.
30 seconds of conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Aria's just
Yep.
ripping.
Land.
Also, I want to point out that Cass will continue his fight with Dio just
Yes.
for when they're finished.
Crow gives up and walks back to shore.
Make like 3 athletics checks.
Okay, well, I have something very specific
Okay.
that I wanted to do.
Actually-
So we'll let them play out their thing, and then we'll...
That was it.
Yeah,
We're done.
they'll land on shore.
Cass is going to use his other second level spell to Misty Step onto Dio's, like, shoulders or his back and try and, like, grab him and lean back to try and bring them both into the water.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, no. He's too big and burly.
Didn't roll super great.
It's a 10.
15.
Yeah.
Cass is like,
It's like, Dio,
Yes.
could you next time be less sturdy?
No.
Fair enough.
It's called. Yeah, that's a 21.
I do think Dio just kind of falls backwards.
Yeah, just
I don't think I can make a check against that. Cass is just holding on for dear life.
and everyone kind of drags themselves onto the beach, laughing and panting a little bit. Sevi is just kind of running loop-de-loops around y'all.
Well, that was fun.
At one point, Sevi goes into the water and comes out with a very large stick. Like, it is longer than Dio is tall.
Cass is
And
going.
he kind of just drags it out of the water.
Cass is going to run up, like walk up to him, pick it up, and throw it as far as he can.
Make an athletics check.
Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. That's a D8.
Yep.
You get to roll it twice and take the higher.
Yep.
That's an 8, so there's no higher than that.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
athletics?
You do use a double-sided sphere.
Yeah.
So
it's 26.
and it like spins.
You throw a spear, that's quite
Yeah.
the same movement.
And runs after it.
A bullet out of a gun.
Yup. But overall, the day is very much enjoyed. And it is the next day, pretty much.
Wait. We have to have the birthday cake.
That is true. There is a cake to be had. It's like in this like magically cool like a cooler that
Nice.
kept it nice and
In the real world, we just call that ice, but
yeah. I don't think putting it in literal ice would be great for a cake's texture.
No, like it's a cooler that
Ice
has
pack.
like ice packs
Yeah.
in it, and so they're just like
You could have just like a specially designed insulated cooler.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
stop explaining the funny thing.
We have a rock toaster that with like heat cast onto it. Don't overcomplicate it.
Seriously.
But it's a. I feel like it's like a fairy cake.
Or it's moons.
No, like the type.
Oh, yeah.
The really, really like fluffy, soft. Yep, and it is absolutely decorated with moons. Yep. But yes, that is. Thank you for the reminder. That is thoroughly enjoyed.
Yes. And that night, Ari, let's see. Yeah, she, it was 10 on the die. She, is able to dream that night and tell Lord Deer about everything.
And,
Awesome.
the next day, you head back to the academy with summer break over. And that, as you return to the school and prepare for your next semester, will be where we end today's session.
They don't need to know what time it
The
is.
one thing that I will ask from each of you, which I had you start thinking about last session, is as you arrive back at school, what classes will you be taking this semester?
Medicine.
Got it. Medicine for Caspian. Crow.
Most likely religion.
Religion. All right.
We'll do some further digging.
Got it. Ari.
Someone else go first.
This is third, but
Yep.
L.
Al is going to take the athletics course.
Athletics. All right.
I think Ari will take athletics with Elle.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, especially that after the day at the beach, she was like,
Yep.
"Yeah, I need to work on this."
Valid.
Sometimes you don't have the luxury of dexterity in situations.
All right. And then with that, your summer break is over. Your second semester begins, and we will see you next time.